everyone. I'm recording this video from the SPAC conference. It's early morning, so excuse my early morning voice here. But anyway, this is the new 2026 Flagship Trading Card Template. So fairly easy one. So it should be a quick and easy walkthrough. Let's see, we'll just start off right here at the top. You have the print bleed area that you can turn on and off. We'll just turn that off while we're working on this. Then you have this autograph area you can turn on or off and kind of move around wherever you want. Move around wherever you want it. Turn that off for now as well. This is just a sample logo, just to kind of make it look more like a trading card if you want to put your logo here. And then you have your subject folder. That's pretty self-explanatory. However, with this one, you'll open it up and you'll see the option for the non-composite. I do not have a sample in there. I'll let you put in there. That's just for a traditional photo. We'll get into that during the tutorial here, though. You have your bottom text layers and your background layers, and then your background color. So that's really about, this is your background text, just the smart layer. Anyway, we'll come up to the top, kind of get started. I'm just going to put a picture of my son in here from a few years ago when he played on a rec league. So first thing I'm going to do is grab my move tool, and I'm going to select the auto select, and I'm just going to click on the subject, and I'll go right to his layer here. I already cut my son out of the green screen. I'm just going to copy that. Command or Control V to paste them. Command or Control T for transform. I'm just going to get it right to size. I'm not going to get it perfect, just because it's just for a tutorial. You'll spend more time on it, obviously, if it's for a client. Turn that sample one off. All right. While we're here, let me go ahead and show you. I want to turn that off. I want to turn on the composite one. And I'm going to grab, or non-composite rather, I'm going to grab this one. Let me turn that lock off. And I'm going to throw it, Command or Control V. I'll put that in there. Command or Control T again, just to bring it to size. As you see, you want to kind of fill out this mask here. So I'm going to kind of click it to the sides, and there we have it. Make it a little bigger, kind of right there. So that's kind of how you can just use your traditional photos as well, or action shots, whatever you want to do. That's not really my thing. I'm more of a composite guy, so I'm just going to stick with this, but you can use that as well. Let's move back up a little bit just so I can show you. A lot of people have asked, or I'll see a lot of people do, like, let the kids sign the cards, things like that, and they'll put them in the cases to make it look more like a Topps or something card. I did just include this one layer, kind of whites it out a little, gives them an area to sign. If you wanted to print like a variation, kids are all about variations of cards and stuff. And if you're printing through Signs 365, that's another $2 for you to print those. Dirt cheap. Could definitely help sell more if you offer something like that. All right, so I'm just going to click this logo now. And I'm going to grab this Mets logo, and I'm going to Command or Control V to paste that. Command or Control T is probably hiding behind your subject if you do it that way, and that's fine. I'm going to move it in here, and I like it to be a little bit oversized. I created this kind of corner wedge for that purpose. If you want to turn your bleed on again, you can kind of see where it's going to fall. Your bleed guides, whatever. And listen, this is just an estimate. You never know where they're going to cut into it when they're printing. This is, it might be a little off-centered and stuff like that. It's not the design's fault. Could be the cutter, who knows. Anyway, so I'm going to keep it about right there. Let me find where that went, and I'm going to turn off that back layer. Sorry, the logo. All right. Now, if you want to change the background back behind that logo, that's right here. Just double click that color. I might change this in a little bit, but I'm just going to grab that blue right there. Cool. Now let's get into the background here real quick. I'm just going to close all these layers or folders so it doesn't look as messy. All right, first things first, I'm just going to grab my background color. You can do a gradient or a solid color. I'm going to do the gradient, so I think I'm going to use this orange here. Let's do the orange at the, no, I'll keep it at the bottom. And at the top, I'm going to pick the orange as well, but I'm just going to lighten it just a little. Or let's see what it would look like if it went from the orange to blue. Let's play with that. Whatever. You know, again, if I'm doing this for a client, I'd spend more time, but I like kind of how that looks for now. Let's go to the background text now. Open that up, and you'll see double click to edit. That's for all this repeating text. Do not play with these layers. All this is what this top row copies. So I'm going to double click this. Just double click the text in here, and I'm going to write ELO Mets baseball. Space, Command or Control A, Command or Control C to copy. Get out of that, and I'm just going to paste it 2 more times. Let it run off the side, it's okay. And then Command or Control S to save that, and I'll just close it. And once you do that, as you see, it's copying that. Now let's play with the color of this. So I think I'm going to kind of do the same thing but reverse to get these colors reversed. So let's see. And this is a Photoshop glitch that drives me crazy. It will, no matter what color I pick, it'll choose white. So I'm just going to kind of get out off the layer, do it again. I might have to do this 2 or 3 times. Let's see. Nope, finally did it right. It drives me insane. I wish they'd fix it. All right, so down here for this text, I'm going to do the gradient again. I'm going to click blue for the bottom and orange for the top. So it's kind of swapping. Sometimes, let's see what just white does look like. That's not bad either, I think. But just for now, for tutorial purposes, I want to click the blue. All right, let's see. Now we're going to get down here. We're almost done with the front. Then I'll kind of show you the back real quick. I'm going to change his name. And obviously, you can change the color of the text if you want. Just the old school way. Just click up here. However you want to do. I want to keep it white. And then this color bar behind it is set to red right now. I think I'm going to just keep it orange as well. Could do white and change the name. Actually, let's try that. And then change the name to orange. It's hard to see. I'll do blue. And then this bottom bar, I'm going to keep the, oops, sorry. Here, get out of there. There we go. I want to keep the outfield, and then yellow baseball. He's in 12U, so I can just add that. And then this bottom color bar here, you can just click that. I might keep that blue as well. Let's see what orange looks like. I kind of like that one personally to be a little dark. I'll keep it blue as well. Now, the background for this, behind the subject, we can play with that as well. It's just a gradient from inside kind of glow behind the subject to, it goes to a darker color to outside. I'm going to keep that white. And this, again, I'm just going to kind of keep it a blue. I'm probably going to make it darker and a little less saturated. So right there, didn't change too much. But if you change the inside white to like a lighter blue or something, you can also come in here to the fog and change it to whatever you want as well. Actually going to tone it down a little bit by just making it a little gray. Or you can just grab the opacity, bring it down. Or if you're sick of fog, like a lot of people, you can just turn it off completely and just get that real clean look. And that's really it. Let me show you the back. Sorry, I didn't have that open. And it edits the same way. I'm not going to go through and change all the colors and everything with the black. I'm just going to, or with the back, I'm just going to kind of walk you through your same logo. You can, well, here, let me just kind of walk you through the layers here. So middle layers, that's essentially the entire card. And you have your background text. We'll change it just like we did on the front. And then your background color over here. Again, you're going to have the solid and the gradient. So open up these middle layers, and it's all pretty self-explanatory. You have your text. That's all the text. You have your logo. You have the background color of the middle section. We'll change that just like you changed, you know, these background colors here. Let's see, let's open up the text a little more. So then it starts to break down a little easier. So you have these top sections. So again, you can change the actual text color of it, then the colors of behind these dots and the little bar here for the position, team name, whatever you want to add there. And then your info and stats. This gets, so we have the personal info, that's just this up here, and you can change this to whatever you want. The stats, you can change it from batting to pitching, or if it's a different sport, feel free to go in here and change it around. If you don't want to do stats at all, I just have a thing here where you can just type in a bio of the player, whatever you want to do. Just something to fill the space in, or you can use your own logo. Advertising if you're doing this for free for people, whatever you want to do. So again, the back's real easy, real simple, works just like the front. You got your print, that's a hard word for me to say this morning, the print bleed area. You can turn on and off. Suggest turning it off while you're working, but turning it back on before you save it, just to make sure everything's safe. But that's really it. If you have any questions about it, please hit me up and I'll help you out. Thanks.